do this here. I'm not being very super specific, unless it calls for it tonight. There's a little more about how we drill and about some concepts to kind of think about maybe when we're drilling these kind of things. So I want to, we're going to go to the ground, and I would like for us to kind of keep the same kind of spirit as that second drill maybe that we did, where we'll start from guard. We'll start from guard here. So like if he's inside my guard here, if I have a superior position established, the other guy is a bad guy, right? And he's the one striking, and I'm playing shooter. That does not mean, I'm not saying that like when he's a striker, I'm a pure 100% grappler and I can't throw strikes. Because like if I can break this guy down here and like elbow him and stuff like that and kick and everything else and punch him in the face, then that's all fine, you know? But when we're in ground grappling and I'm trying to create the most superior position that I can, strikes should help to accommodate that, right? Your striking should complement your wrestling should complement your striking. And so if the best way I can use my strikes here, the most efficient way I can use my strikes is to help for like distraction, to help create opportunities, to help open spaces where there were spaces closed before, closed spaces that were open that weren't useful to me before, right? So if I can preoccupy him with these strikes at least, then that may be good for me, because that's less attention he can pay to like positional superiority over me and upgrading his position. You know? That's not to say that there aren't opportunities for me to knock him out, if we need to cause significant damage and stop the fight, and that's fine. But if my thoughts of doing that eclipse my concentration on positional superiority, I'm probably going to get myself in trouble. If you abandon the thoughts of upgrading your position, creating a dominant position for just, I just want to bite his ear off right now, and I don't care what position I do it from, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Because if he's fully mounted on top of me and I reach up and try to bite his ear, he may jump off of me, writhing in pain and run away, but he may also get free of me, and now he's on the mount, and he's going to squash my face into the pole, right? So there's a time and place for everything. So I think that understanding that and not thinking that striking is striking is striking. Striking is contingent on position, especially when in a ground grappling situation. So having said all that, I would like here for the game to be kind of like, I want to start here, keeping him down like this, right? But my goal, I want my goal to be to sweep or submit. I want to reverse the position, get on top, right? So sweep, basically. Or submit if I know some submission opportunities from here. I could go straight arm, bent arm, guillotine choke, arm triangle, whatever I know, taking his back. That's all good stuff. I'm taking out my striking right now. I'm just thinking about that stuff. I'm also thinking about defending against his strikes, because what he's trying to do is he's trying to get his posture, he's trying to get rid of this control I have on him and look for his opportunities to strike. Now, I don't want you guys necessarily punching each other in the face. I mean, if you have that relationship with your partner, like those guys, then that's fine. But like, just to simulate, like we talked about a while ago, from here, he's trying to, not just slap me in the face, he's trying to touch the back of my head. If he touched the back of my head, that was a significant shot, right? Because that had the distance on it, that had the right range. If he just like smacks my nose, then that was probably just gonna be a smack on my nose. It probably wasn't gonna be too much, right? So that's kind of the idea. And we're not going, again, we're not going crazy combat jiu-jitsu speeds here either. But I do wanna focus on having to deal with the idea of him striking while I'm doing my positioning, while I'm looking for my sweeps and my submissions, and taking that into account. Okay, you guys understand, right? Okay. No questions, let's.